Hello, hello, hello. Good Monday morning to everybody. It's Yolanda, and it is time for an episode of Everybody at the Table. I am excited. I'm rested. Summer is almost over. The kids, at least in Georgia, the kids are going back to school. My internship is over, and it's time for us to get back to full episodes of Everybody at the Table, but not this week. This week will be my last week of me primarily featuring other content creators' voices. On next week, we'll start with some interviews we've been able to secure over the summer. I am super excited to share the stories and voices of folks in my community, people I know largely, that have these varied experiences in their lives that they want to talk about at the table. So, more to come on that. This week, we're talking about executive presence and the art of being seen. Growing up on the south side of Chicago, educated in Chicago public schools, I learned how to adapt my presentation depending on the space I was in. In my community, we call that code switching. That's in quotes. For me, it's been less about survival and more about building credibility in rooms where I'm often the only Black woman, the only minority, and one of the few women at the table. The hard truth is, whether we like it or not, there's a game to be played in professional spaces, and everyone plays it. We've talked about this before. Whether you come from the inner city, a rural town, or another country entirely, there's an element of assimilation that happens when the people in power don't look like you. Executive presence is a part of that game. It's about navigating spaces that weren't built with everyone in mind and doing it in a way that commands respect, builds trust, and makes you heard. The TikTok that I'm sharing today offers 5 universal tips for developing executive presence. Ideas that transcend background and apply to anyone who wants to be seen as credible and capable in any room. Take a listen. I really enjoyed this. Take a listen. I think it would be great advice for you to apply. Enjoy.
If you want to have executive presence in corporate America, here's what you want to do. Number 1, slow down your speech. Whenever you're presenting anything, slow down, because as soon as you slow down, you tend to sound more confident and you tend to think more about every word you're going to say. So it helps you sound a little bit more polished. Number 2, be very direct about everything you're going to say. So let's say somebody asks you for your opinion. Should we go with project A or project B? Don't start saying things like, well, typically when people do project A, this happens, or when people do project B, this happens. From research we found, no, just say project A and here's why. Whenever you say things with directness, you come off much stronger. At some point in your career, you are getting paid to have a point of view, so come with a point of view. Number 3, don't fill the silence of any meetings. So if you said something and you made your point and you believe your point resonated and now there's an awkward silence, don't be the one to fill that silence. Let somebody else start filling up that silence. You don't have to be that person that fills it. Number 4, pause. This goes hand in hand with speaking slower. When you speak, it's okay to take pauses at certain points. If you make a strong sentence, pause, go to your next sentence. Having intentional pauses will help the pace of your speech. Oftentimes, it will make it sound a little bit slower, and it will help your message be delivered with more authority. Number 5, look around the whole room. A lot of times when we speak, we tend to look at the most important person in the room, or maybe the person who we need an approval from, or maybe the person who we want to make sure we're delivering the right message to. Don't do that. Whenever you're speaking, especially if there's an audience in the room, look around the whole room, make eye contact with everybody in the room, including that executive as well as the person who may be watering the plants. Whenever you just focus on one person, you completely disengage the whole room. So if you want to own the room, you got to look around at everybody, make eye contact with everybody as you speak. That will help you hold the room and hold everyone's attention. Lastly, this goes without saying, dress the part. If you're going to show up to a presentation, look good, look polished, be presentable, look put together, be on time, because looking good, looking professional will already make you feel more confident compared to the rest of the room. 80% of what people take in is all visual versus what they hear. So show up looking good and be ready to go.
Those 5 tips are simple but powerful. Executive presence is not about changing who you are. It's about showing up in a way that makes your voice impossible to ignore. Whether you're navigating corporate America, running your own business, or stepping into any room where you want to be heard, these tools work. Remember, presence is not about perfection. It is about connecting, clarity, and confidence. Take what resonates, put it all into practice, and watch how the room shifts when you walk in. Or maybe the table, because everybody belongs there. Thanks as always for listening. Please like, please share, add your comments. Tell us about a time you shifted the room just by walking in your full self. Until next time, take care and dine well.